And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my 5 steps to establishing what financial freedom looks like for you and your family. For the best advice on how to build your business with your family, subscribe to my channel to be notified of a new video every Tuesday. If you want to be part of a supportive community, come join our Facebook community where we do a deep dive of each week's video on a Wednesday, and you'll get your chance to have your questions answered either by myself or another member of the community. The process I'm sharing in this video today is what I use with my clients so they can understand and identify what financial freedom means for them on their own terms, linking back to who they are, enabling them to create the life and fortune on their own terms. So the first step is identifying and defining what financial freedom means for you. Because fundamentally, financial freedom means different things to all of us. Does that mean being debt-free? Does that mean having more assets than debt? Maybe it means having a specific amount of cash in the bank. But the first things first, before we start thinking about how much money we need to first understand what financial freedom means for us uniquely and link it back to what it is and who we are as a family. And step 2 is, what does fortune on its own terms look like for you? I've talked about in previous videos about experience and memories and opportunities, and actually taking the time to work out what we want in life before we look to align money and time to those memories and those assets and those legacy elements that we want to create. Taking the time to align what we want to achieve in life with who we are as a family is the great first step. And the question I'd like to ask you is, what does financial freedom mean to you and your family? What does financial freedom look like for you in its own unique way? Step 3 is aligning those memories and experiences and opportunities with a time frame. So before we start talking about money, how about we take all those experiences and opportunities and memories and activities that we want to create in our life, and we put a time frame against them. Maybe within 1 year, within 3 years, within 5 years, maybe within 10 or 15 years. But it works to do this before you talk about money, because one of the things what that does is it enables us to actually get a framework and a perspective of what we need to do and what comes first. Step 4 is, well, aligning the money to the experiences and the time frames. Once you've got the experiences and the memories you want to create, and you know the time frame in which you want to create them, next step is to align an indication of how much money each of them is going to take. So for example, children going to university, traveling around the world, consistent holidays. Each of those do have a financial requirement. However, the financial requirement matches to the experience and the time frame in which you want to achieve them. And step 5 is balancing experiences, time and money. So now that we've identified what experiences we want to create, by when, and then the financial resources that are required, we can create a timeline for ourselves, a matrix for us that identifies how much money we need by when to identify the financial freedom that we're looking for. And my bonus tip, well, if you're stuck on actually how to approach this, one way I work with my clients is get a sheet of A4, and down the left at each 3 to 5 years, put the ages of anyone who is important to you, because what that does is it brings things really to life. When we have children and we start putting down every 3 to 5 years of their life ahead of them, we can see when they're going to leave school, when they're going to go to university, when they're probably going to need help getting onto the property ladder, if those are things that matter to us in terms of our freedom and the financial freedom that would create. And by doing that, we're then able to align the experiences to the ages, and that creates obviously a direct time frame. And then from there, we can align the money that is required to achieve those experiences. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my other videos on creating fortune on your own terms and how to master your emotions around finances. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By liking and sharing this video, you give others in your community who may be thinking about this topic an opportunity to engage.